Oh yeah, I've beaten every Mega Man and every Mega Man X. I've beaten most of the Star Forces, most of the Battle Networks. Uh, I've played almost every series. I've beaten the entire Mega Man and Mega Man X series. Now I'm trying to clear and complete the Mega Man Z and the ZX series. Oh yeah, I just 100%ed Spyro 1, 2, and 3. I beat Crash Bandicoot 1 the other day, and I was like, I'm not 100% in the first game. The second game I might 100%, but the first game's unbearable. To 100%? I don't know. Wait, what? Are we talking about Crash or Spyro? I don't know what it is for Crash. No, the first game's ridiculous on Crash because they fucked up the momentum. Because they were using Crash 3 for all the games instead of Crash 1 for Crash 1, which had different movement. So, to 100% that game, you have to beat the bridge level, which is completely dependent on the movement flawlessly, and get all the boxes. And I'm like, fuck that. I could do it, but I don't fucking want to. Fuck that. Because if you have to do that shit, it's just not okay. You know that if you have to fucking cheat the system, if you have to cheat the system to beat the fucking level, that it's a bad fucking level. No, I just don't want to fucking do it. I like Crash 2 is my favorite. Crash 1, not so much. I like Crash 2 because you don't have to not only 100% the level, but get a flawless run to get shit. But here I am playing fucking Mega Man, and I know that these games are fucking insane as well. Like, most people can't even beat the Mega Man series, let alone the Mega Man X series. And I fucking 100% at each fucking series. What the fuck are in these doors? Oh, so those are broken doors. I can't use those. So how have things been treating you with the coronavirus? My brother's like, dude, I think our grandpa's retarded. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I went over, grandpa didn't want to be within 6 feet of me. And I was like, that sounds like grandpa. As long as you don't have breathing problems like asthma, you're fine. But we have asthma in the family, so I'm like, you and Dad are fucked. What the fuck? It wants me to protect the babies. Huh. Well, I'm gonna load that save assist point. And try to figure out what the fuck is this way. Ryan, did you get a stimulus check? Are you filed as a dependent under your parents? Well then, why didn't you get one? Did you not make enough money last year? Ah. Yeah. Now my mission is to protect babies. That's what I said. I don't fancy myself a protector of babies, so there's that. Oh, those are spike pits. That's always fun. It's not a Mega Man game without an insta-death trap. Lucky for me, I dodged it. Oh, I have to hit the fucking... And it... This is some gay shit. This is some mega gay shit. Fuck! Mega faggot, robo bitch. Oh, god damn it. How many times do I have to hit this thing? Oh my god! This isn't even a fair fight. God fucking damn it. I swear to fuck. Oh, so if I stay near its tummy, it can't shoot. I'm not near its tummy. Fuck. And this game really likes fucking run. Yeah, I just drank pure Corolla. What game? This one? Yeah. These games were really hard, so they decided to do a save assist mode. So there's no normal mode. There's just save assist or no save assist. Fuck you. Figured out your weakness, you dumb slut. Master Hero Soccer Guy. That's a doorway. Let me in. Fuck. Interesting. I found a little secret. An area that took me back to a previous area. So I found the later door. I could have gotten there sooner. Eat shit and die. Fuck. Alright, what's this fucker's weakness? Can I assume fire? That guy just said chicka chicka. Yep. That guy just threatened babies. Oh, they're not babies. They're over 100 years old. This guy's a Primantis robot, and I don't know how I feel about that. I wonder, does his head get eaten after sex? Can robots even have sex? Yeah, you know what? I don't even know this. Are STDs just robot viruses? Oh, he sped up. He sped up. And then he said chicka chicka again. God damn it, I had to go through that entire fucking cutscene shit again. This game has Japanese voice acting. I fucked up. I fucked up. I don't know. It's funny because like these games, the Zero games, I think the first two came out in America and like the later two did too, but they were mostly in Japan, so they were harder to get your hands on, and they were also not as well liked. Gotta be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the third game because I just beat the first two Zeros, and I've always beaten the first one very fucking easily. Never really beaten the second when I was a kid. I never got a chance to play the third or the fourth. And then I found out there was a DS Zero continuation. I thought there was only one. Apparently there are two of those. But that was when Mega Man games were forgotten about, so like an eighth of Mega Man players, if that, played the game. Fuck you, you prime mantis fuck. Man, he's fast. Fuck! He flips on a dime! So fucking unpredictable. And I have, like, very little health. Once I beat this level, though, I'll get a health upgrade. God damn it, I hate this shit. Come on! Come the fuck on! Oh, this guy's a dick. He's just so fucking fat. Like, the Mega Man Zero collection, the Zero games are good, but there's always, like, this one boss who isn't even, like, one of the final bosses who's harder than the rest of them for, like, really dumb reasons. He'll either be sporadic and, like, really difficult for a starting boss, or he'll do a lot of damage. This guy is both of those. So he's got, like, all of his attacks are, like, super fast. So he's got one where he throws out his hand and then it comes back, so you gotta jump it twice while trying to hit him. Just a giant fucking pain in the ass if you ask me. But, like, he does so much damage. And then, like, the arenas in this game I think are smaller than the arenas in all the other games. So not only are the bosses more difficult, you have less movement, mobility, and the ability to just get around them. You don't have any space. And he just randomly cycles through his attacks. There's no pattern. You just have to guess which one it is, but by the time you figured out the tail... It's too late. You've taken a hit. So, like, it's less about learning the boss's movements, which most Mega Man games are all about, and more along the lines of just randomly guessing. And it's awful. Because, like, the first 4 bosses are supposed... Yeah, exactly. But the first 4 bosses are supposed to be, like, the easy, just like, hey, you're kind of learning the gimmicks or whatever. This guy's the second fucking boss. I had the same problem with the first fucking boss. They just do so much damage. And you have to predict them, and they have so many different attack phases. I get that the final bosses, like the 4 big guys and then the final guy have multiple phases, or like they're bullshit. I get that, but why do the beginning bosses? I'm doing this game in order, and I think this guy is the second major boss in that, and he's just as difficult as the first guy I fought, but his attacks are even crazier. I can't predict anything he fucking does. And the arena's so small, and he covers up a fourth of it just by his size alone, that I can't predict shit. It is, and it's awful because none of the Mega Man games are supposed to be luck-based. It's all supposed to be like learning the gimmicks of bosses and getting the attack patterns down. Like the second game in the Zero series was so bad that there was a boss that was still giving me a hard time in my second go around when I knew his weakness. And I didn't have his weakness when I fought him the first time. He was somehow not only more difficult, but a bigger pain in my ass, and they're supposed to be easier at that point, rather than more difficult. God damn it, this attack is bullshit. Oh my god, literally by the wire. It has been by the wire for the last two bosses. There's no fucking skill involved. I'm just frantically running around and jumping like a retard. This is some horse shit. Yeah, that guy just kidnapped the babies. Elf list, E-Crystal. Do what? Oh, I love RPGs. What game? Oh, Divinity? I've played a few of the Divinities. I think I've played the first and Divinity Original Sin? I don't remember. Night, love you. Yeah, that was good. don't know how to use L's in this game. Oh, that's how to use them. That's weird. Deadly traps, non-lethal, speed up ladders. So I need 270, I believe. +1 to my shield. Interesting. I'm gonna go to the restroom. I will be right back. Oh, I'm back. Sorry about that. Bit of a stomach pain. Whew. Let's see, what does that mean? These cyber elves. Okay, let's see. So these are some of the fusion ones. Elephas and Boomerus. Yeah, I don't think I ever beat him. I think I'd probably be more into him now. But it's been so long, I don't remember much of him. Yeah, I remember it a little bit. Oh. That guy upgrades the boomerang shield. That guy allows for my sabers to cut bullets. That's actually kind of cool. So then what I need 200 and 400 470 E crystals. I love the Zero games primarily because like you can upgrade yourself in them, and then like starting later in the series you get different forms and stuff, so it kind of returns to like the old Mega Man style. But some of them are not balanced worth a fuck. Well, I mean, are you a Kingdom Hearts fan? The third game is the most unbalanced game ever made. Not in a bad way, in a good way, meaning they fucked up with the abilities. And so instead of getting drive forms, you get amusement park ride ability based off of Disney Park, and you can just spam the absolute fuck out of them. You can charge them up, but some areas literally just give them to you. So yeah. So like you can walk into an area and the fight starts and it immediately just gives it to you. And then like spamming magic will give you a super magic move, and then doing that will also charge up the bar that gives you the amusement park moves. So it's like you get like 3 different forms of broken abilities that you could just keep spamming. Even on critical mode, it's fucking easy. It's cool though, because the consoles get their own Keyblade, like the different consoles. So that's always fun. Yeah, so you have a key. I have a Keyblade that I got since I have an Xbox that just makes the Xbox symbol every time you use it. The soundtracks for these games, I will give them, fucking flawless. Fuck. And Mega Man delivers. I mean, it technically always has, but still. God damn it, I just want to get that.
fell into spikes because I was trying to get to a really hard platform. Whoa. You're playing Divinity, right? You ever play A Bard's Tale? Pretty good. It's not bad. The new one's a little, like... It's a good game, but there's been a lot of moments where, like, it just crashes. Well, The Bard's Tale is a turn-based RPG, which is kind of cool, but... Yeah, but Bard's Tale's not very big. Jesus, I need even more crystals now? Fuck you. But it makes me immune to spikes. It's worth it. I wonder where I was missing any fucking secret discs in this level because I can't seem to fucking figure it out. I bet I know. Now, goddamn it, I gotta fight this thing again. Let's see. Elf list. E crystal. Oh, they come with me. That's actually cool. I can equip them like items. I wonder, is the guy that upgrades my spike resistance an equivalent? Because if he is, that kind of sucks. Let's see. So now I get a ladder boost. Got you, bastard. Interesting. This new elf system is a little weird. There's an elf system in this game where it's essentially you can equip elves, but in the previous game you had to kill them in order to gain their powers. It's pretty fucking dark, actually. It was pretty fucking dark. Yeah, you were kind of an asshole. Now they're like, I will do this for you. My sacrifice will not be in vain. And I'm like, just give me more health points. Hit points, I don't give a fuck. It's like, fucking take your death. Yeah, it's actually pretty fucked up though. Like, so I guess in this game they tried to fix that. Like, yeah, the ones for health improvements you still have to you still have to kill, but the ones that do like regular upgrades that you could just equip them. So it's like, see, you're not a complete and total asshole. Still a piece of shit. I'm confused at how many times I have to fucking upgrade them, though. I guess the slashing bullets one is a definite. So I need like 600. Fusion elves will die when used. That's fucked up. So satellite elves are just equipable elves. So, so yeah, you still kill them, but it's like, hey, these two other kinds don't die. You like sacrifice one to get a health upgrade, and then underneath her dead corpse it says job complete. Where was the next recommended place it wanted me to go? The next one is supposed to be Children in a Barat. Because I got the fire, so I actually have this guy's weakness. You had to fight the first two bosses without their weaknesses. I get the first, but the first two, like... What the fuck? So I guess the Mantis doesn't have a weakness. The first one you fight is weak to thunder, but you don't have fucking thunder. This game. So do you use those after you die or before you die? Holy fuck. Jesus. Bit much. So you stole them? I'm fighting a boss that is made by a boss who creates bosses. Ain't that a bitch? I went and caught up to him and he made a boss and ran away. Holy fuck, why do they have so much goddamn health? Oh, fuck, I beat it. But that was just a mini-boss. How the fuck are there spikes everywhere in an underwater level? I love it when my bosses already have 2 health bars. Why is this guy an underwater rabbit? A power data unlock. Nice. Super Judo. Yes, the Jewish fighting technique. Ugh. Tomatoes, thus. My question to you is why? Oh. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. So, you know how I told you that, like, you just have to kill the health ones? You can turn elves so you don't have to kill them into the satellite ones, but you don't get to keep their abilities. But if you kill them, they get to keep your abilities. So I was spending a fuck ton of money going back and forth thinking I was continuously upgrading them, when in reality I was just switching their types. And then I was like, fuck it, this bitch gotta die. So, I could have had an upgrade already to survive spikes. So how mad do you think I am? How absolutely fucking disheveled am I? No, I think I'm rocking at least a 6. With like a slight hatred towards all of humanity. That's fair. I don't even like my family, let's be honest. Like, you're like the only one I give a shit about. Well, you and Joanne. Joanne's always been good to me. Ernie and Maple have always been good too, but it's just like, my own fucking grandparents are fucking assholes. Why? So are you an elf? I remember I think I used to play that game with my friend Alan. Oh, that is sad that they take away achievementos. A little bit. I don't give a shit about 100%ing certain games, especially if I'm not super into them. But, you know, I don't know why I did that. Nah, like, I like 100%ing the game, but I don't give a fuck about 100%ing the achievements half the time. Like, I 100%ed the fucking new space game that came out, and then I 100%ed all the Spyros, but I didn't get all the achievements, because some of the achievements are just fucking stupid. They're not hard to get, it's just like, that's not gonna bring me happiness in the future. Achievements, oh my god. And then there's fucking Lollipop Chainsaw, where to get an achievement, you legitimately have to try to look up the main character's skirt. Yeah, did you not know about that? See, but here's the thing. If you're trying to like look in the distance and arc the camera up, it immediately just assumes you're trying to look up her skirt and gives you the achievement, and then she covers her ass. So like you can get it, you could get it by accident and put it 0 gamer score, and you will be judged. Yes, yes. No, it's just to humiliate you. The worst part is you could get it very easily by accident. And that's why I'm like, oh fuck. So like the first level I played, there was a fucking bus in front of me, and I'm like, I'm gonna see if there's fucking zombies in that bus standing up, because I can't see because there's a little at a distance. So I arch the camera up to see in the windows, and she covers her ass, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then it goes boop, and I'm like, I got an achievement for that. Fuck it, I guess. And then it was like 0 gamer score, and I'm like, oh, you're fucking kidding me. That is honestly one of my favorite achievements, though, just because of like the fact how many people got fucking humiliated for that shit. Makes you wonder. Apparently, it was so popular that like people, there was like stories of people about how they accidentally got it, but then like on Reddit and shit. So like there were people responding like, you're fucking lying, and then you had to watch them defend themselves. I didn't get it originally on purpose, but I guarantee you I tried looking up her skirt again afterwards just for shits and giggles. I have no shame. But at least I'll admit it. I'm just a little ashamed that I got it accidentally instead of on purpose, so I can't own it. I'm like, fuck. I can't be like, yeah, I did that, or some shit like that. I'm more like, no, I didn't do it, and then everybody's like, you're fucking lying, and I'm like, no, I really didn't do it. And that's the sad part.
That's funny. Oh, I just now realized my audio was not included this whole time.
Oh, your audio hasn't been included the whole time? God damn.
Nope. Not a bit of it.
Uh,
You've just been talking to yourself the whole time.
Making me look like a fucking psychopath.
Nah, dude.
He says he's talking to his cousin, but there's no one there. Spooky.
Nah, anytime you hit the freaking home button, it would show. What other kind of shit? Why am I running around with this stupid ass?
Okay, so
So
now I
much
need
worthless
to
shit.
100 to get that guy back. So I need 600 crystals. Fuck. I wasted so many crystals. I would have had it already, but I was a fucking idiot and didn't know how the fucking elf system worked. I want to die, Ryan. I wasted so much money, and it's hard to get it. I'm literally having to replay levels I've already beaten just to, like, scrap for it.
That sucks.
Dude, I'm so fucking mad.
Damn it, my bitch is carrying too much weight and can't move. She's carrying a chest full of
Me and
stuff.
Fallout 76.
It's me in Fallout games. I'm a fucking hoarder.
Oh, dude, I'm pretty bad too. It's cool though because they added the new DLC, and then in the store for 500 of the credits you can get a robot that scavenges for you. But the funny thing is you could just earn the credits by doing the challenges. So I just got the robot for free, and I was like, yeah, bitches. You can also sell your own shit and become a vendor.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. I'm sick and
These are
tired
all
of this
rune
bread.
stones and rune things.
I've been having toast sandwiches as of late.
Toast sandwiches.
Yeah, it's just toasted bread with butter and jelly, and that's it. And then I just put it on top and bottom, and that's a sandwich.
My girl is gonna fall through the boat because she's picking up too many chests at once. I don't know if that's possible.
You can make me run faster. God fucking damn it. Wait a minute, I could just use him.
Alrighty then. My girl is carrying 456 pounds out of 120. Zaz, Jory, Jordan, and Renee.
Oh no, they do have to be upgraded. Fuck. Fuck! I wasted so much money! No! I would have had all these nice upgrades, but I'm a fucking downy.
Did you just say you're a downy?
Yes. Yes, I did. I'm a fucking retard.
Who else is carrying motherfucking keys? I got a key bag for these bitches.
Wait, spikes don't insta-kill me anymore. I should go back to that one place to get that thing. You have
should.
no idea how nice it is to play a Mega Man game without dying to spikes. Oh, the final levels? Yeah, I'll just jump on the spikes and walk to the end. That's not how you're supposed to do it? Well, that's how I'm fucking doing it.
That sounds like cheating to me.
If they put it in the game, it ain't cheating.
Why were you complaining
I
about
believe-
Crash Bandicoot earlier then?
Shut up. I was literally gonna call myself out and be like, and I complain about Crash Bandicoot. So to be fair, Crash Bandicoot 1 was designed with everything intentioned. It wasn't until the remaster that they fucked it up. Why did that spike insta-kill me?
Cause you a bitch.
I
it's
swear.
fine.
Oh
It's
wait,
not
I don't
fine.
have the one. I don't have the one that makes me resistant to spikes yet. I still need 500 for that, which I would have already had.
Key of the one? That sounds like it should stay where it's at. Fancy key? I don't need that shit. Captain's key? Unusual blade?
So my professor does the history of magic, and he did a tarot reading on me. And he was like, so what do you think after your tarot reading? I said, it's bullshit. And he's like, how do you know it's bullshit? He doesn't exactly believe in it, but he just wants to know my thought process. And I said, no way in fuck do I have a romantic interest around the corner, or a romantic interest I am thinking about. Also, you're like, a new person who is going to be a role model will show up for you. Last I checked, the only surprised relative I had was Lauren. And that's because my grandpa couldn't keep his dick in his pants. I love how like my grandpa tries to give me romantic advice, and I'm like, dude, you had a bastard.
I don't even know who that is. So,
Who, Lauren is?
yeah.
Cousin Lauren? Dad and Sean's brother? You didn't know about that?
No.
You didn't know that guy who started coming up to like family events every now and then that kind of looks like A better built Sean?
I don't even know who you're talking about, dude. Like, I can't picture him at all.
He's kind of a bitch anyway. He doesn't matter.
As I say, I don't know if I've met him. And if I had,
He's
didn't pay attention to him.
antisocial, but he's also like he's pussy whipped by his wife, and she's a bitch.
Fair
So
enough.
like, he's one of those people who like got with a crazy girl, and is now paying the price for it. But he had 2 kids with her, so he's in it for the long haul. So exactly what our family is comprised of, essentially.
Pretty much.
And you can't tell me I'm wrong.
That's why I said pretty much.
Oh, I know. I'm just like, Grandpa's like, don't go after redheads, and I'm like, why, Grandpa? He never tells me, but I'm pretty sure he had a bad girlfriend that was redheaded. But he's like, he's racist against 2 things, black people and redheads, and I'm like, one's fucked up, and the other's really retarded. I heard them make the phrase Juden down the other day. You know, like back when we were still, by the other day I mean a while the fuck ago, whenever we were still good. And I was like, wow, you guys are fucking racist. And I came home, and then my grandma that I live with said the same exact fucking phrase. And I'm like, I'm gonna start killing grandparents, you motherfuckers make more Jew comments. I'm like, for fuck's sake, boomers.
That's fucking funny, though.
I'm like, you guys talk shit on each other 100%, but like, you guys are almost the same people. And they're like, no, we're not. And I'm like, in the exact same day, within an hour apart, both of you made the phrase Juden down.
That's not normal, I don't think. Or at least not common, let me put it that way.
Now, if I have anything to say, it's that both, even my grandma on my mom's side's kind of slightly racist. And my entire mom's side of the family, the only reason they even put up with people of brown color is because my cousin fucked a Mexican and my dad's Spanish, so they're like, we gotta deal with it. I'm not looking forward to the day that Eric has kids and I have to explain to them what's the difference between Mexican and Spanish, because I don't think Eric knows that either.
What's the difference between what?
Mexican and Spanish.
Oh.
I remember one time Eric's like, bro, we're all Mexicans, and I'm like, no. He's like, yeah, we are, and I'm like, well, one, I know for a fact that some of us didn't exactly come from fucking Mexico, so that rules out Mexican.
I mean,
And last I
that'd be on
checked,
my
there's no
mom's side of the
Mayan and
family a little
Incan.
bit. So,
On
there's that.
somewhere in like Ernie's side of the family, I know for a fact there's a little bit, but
Yeah,
I think
my
that
mom
came
has
later.
some.
But I mean, that's not a bad thing. But I know for a fact that Richard's Spanish.
It's funny.
But my brother doesn't know the difference between Mexican and Spanish either. So he goes over and he calls Grandpa Mexican, and Grandpa loses his fucking mind. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And see,
When it comes to my
Grandpa's
dad's
fucking
side, it's
Grandpa.
your guys' tree. It definitely is Spanish. It's not Mexican.
Yeah, like no shit, but like Grandpa's super racist against Mexicans because of like the whole illegal immigrant shit, and I had to explain to him. I remember the last time I had a conversation with him, I'm like, illegal immigration isn't bad. He's like, why not? And I said, because most illegal immigration happened because we kicked the wrong people out of the fucking country, or during wartime we brought them in and then we didn't give them the citizenship we promised. Can you expect them not to want to come over when they deserved it in the first place? Fuck, spikes. And I'm like, what about Operation Wetback, Grandpa? He's like, what the fuck is that? And I said, during World Wars, we would bring Mexicans over to work for us and promise them citizenship, and then we sent them back. Oh my god. Oh, and explaining to my grandma how fucked up politics now. My grandma on my mom's side, of course. I'm not gonna argue politics with fucking Richard because he's retarded.
Oh, Jesus. Politics are ridiculous.
Oh, I know. They're like, well, you're a liberal, Hunter, and I said, I don't have a political affiliation. I said, if you pick a fucking side, you're a retard. And they're like, well, sides exist for a reason. I said, no, even fucking Washington himself said if we have a two-party system, we're fucked, and we've had a two-party system since Washington. That hasn't changed. And I'm like, we only changed the fucking names. And I said a two-party system means you've got two opposing sides that'll never agree on each other. So only the politically corrupt shit goes through, which is the exact same thing they warned against. It was one of the reasons they kind of wanted to have a king, even though they didn't do it, because they felt that people were fucking stupid. And guess what? We're fucking stupid.
Of course people are
And
stupid.
my grandparents are... my grandparents are like, well, the Republican Party's really good and shit like that. And I'm like, the Republican Party doesn't even fucking like you, Grandpa. He's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, you could say you're Spanish, but to them you're just another fucking minority. I said, you're gonna get shit last, if that. I said, to show you how fucked the Republican Party is, a lot of Republicans are straight descendants from the original colonists. And they're like, huh. I'm like, yeah, so shut the fuck up. But no, with the Trump shit recently, and like, did you hear what he did?
With what?
Oh no.
Which thing?
He cut the funding to the World Health Organization
Oh yeah,
during
I
the
knew about that right after
coronavirus.
he did it. Like,
You know
what
why
the
he did it
fuck,
though,
bro?
don't you? Do you know
Do
why
what?
he did it?
Why?
He even said this is why he did it, which is the best part. The reason Trump cut the budget, I shit you not, is because, you know, when he was promoting that drug that would help with the coronavirus,
Yeah.
well, it didn't fucking help, and I told him he did it wrong. He also fucked up and blamed the coronavirus on, like, as a Democratic ploy and shit like that. Like, he thought it was all a lie, so he dropped the ball on starting it. So they called him out on all his shit. So he's like, you know what? You can't talk back to the president. I'm gonna cut your funding, and he did it. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Up until this point, I don't think he was that bad, but he's definitely doing a lot of shit.
He was a
doing.
fucking idiot who I think is sexist, racist, and stupid. That was just judging his character. Politically, didn't really like him either.
I don't know. I feel like you had to be
But-
good at something. I feel like that's definitely
I think
a public face.
Yeah,
Because you don't.
I think
end
he's
up in
done-
that
I think
position
he's
if you're
done-
Fucking that retarded. It doesn't happen.
yeah, you do. We literally put fucking... some of our presidents were legitimate movie stars. That statement is rhetorical. That is a fucking dumbass. That statement... Some of our presidents were legitimately just movie stars. Let's be real here. But,
I mean, you gotta have some sort of brain though to do any sort of business. I mean,
he was never really good at his business, though. If you think of how many times he went bankrupt and then his dad bailed him out. Like, Trump was never good with business. He just got a good start because his dad already had shit set up. He's just respected as a businessman who fucked up. The people who put him on that fucking show where it was like the Shark Tank or whatever, put him on it because he was a fucking joke and he'd been bankrupt so many times. They didn't expect him to get famous from it. But he did. Because he's got a good public image. Fuck!
he knows how to market it.
Spikes.
And guess what?
He's good at
That makes
marketing.
people rich.
He's good at marketing, I'll give him that, but everything else he kind of sucks donkey dick at. For a guy who's admitted and got caught in a recording for saying that he loves sexually harassing women, somehow being able to follow that up by becoming the president of the U.S., gotta give him props for that. He's really good at fucking screwing over idiots, and we're a nation of idiots.
That it is. Human beings in
My
general. Our species.
my
is
family, even my
pretty
dad,
retarded.
are like is really dumb, especially with politics. Like Richard and Sharon are terrible, but my dad's just as stupid because I mean he is a product. But I mean, oh my God, he was sitting there and he's like Obama never did anything, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you know why he's hated, right? And he goes, why? And I'm like, because he did shit. He just didn't do shit that aligned mostly with Republicans, and we're in a Republican area, so everybody bitched about him. He wasn't that bad. I will admit he did have a big fuck up in the one where they tried to track down fucking gang members by fucking tagging guns, but they just removed the tags, or the numbers, or whatever the fuck it was. That was a drop in the ball moment, but Obama's presidency didn't have a whole lot of fucked moments, you know? Like, you can give the guy that. He also wasn't a shitty human being, so I can give him that too.
I'm just waiting
What
for
are your
a science
thoughts on it?
organization to be able to take everything over. So we can just
What
be
were
like,
your thoughts on Obama? I'm curious, Ryan.
I don't know, he didn't really affect me too harshly. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of his, obviously one of his biggest bills, but
Which one?
the healthcare.
Oh, Obamacare. Yeah,
That was
it was
not
a
a-
little. I'll admit, Obamacare was a idea, wasn't a good one.
No.
It was a healthcare system that was like way too supportive, especially of situations that weren't regulated enough. But also, you got to think it was pretty much a rough draft that got passed. But yeah, no, it wasn't great.
I don't know, dude. I mean, most of that stuff, I feel like it affects us, but it's not heavy enough in my life at the time for me to just be like, that president is the worst fucking thing that's ever happened. Like, I mean, he was president. He did his job as best he can. The country's still afloat. I mean, I'm okay.
Well, right now it's well, we're gonna lose a lot more people before this shit's over, but we're not
Dude,
gonna die
for
out. But I mean,
No,
cutting
but
the
we're gonna
World
end up-
Health Organization shit
That's a stupid ass move. Like that,
during
I
a
was like,
national
are you
health
fucking kidding me?
crisis.
Not only that,
My
I'm
favorite
watching
thing
it.
he said that showed me just how stupid he was. He's like, "The nation can't open unless I say it is," and it's like, that's not true. One,
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a
that
regulation of
whole
power
fucking-
with all the parties, and the president. They regulate each other. No one has supreme power. I was like, oh, you're pulling some fucking Nixon shit, my guy.
Dude, yeah, when he was in that interview, that one was definitely, like, what the fuck, dude?
My
Moment.
teacher made the best comparison ever, you know, because we teach government and stuff and history.
Yeah.
So like, of course, government and politics coincide. So he's like, with this Trump shit and with past history stuff, especially with like Nixon and all the presidents during like wartime efforts that got extended periods and stuff like that, I've realized that we will support a dictator if he does what we want him to.
For the most part, people will, yeah. Some fucking herd type mentality.
And I'm like,
oh,
that's
no.
fucking dumb.
Like, you realize these dudes are, like, shamming you and stealing your fucking money and not giving two fucks about you, but they're doing some of the things you ask, so you're just, like, pushing them on?
Oh, dude, I know. It's politics
hate
has always been
politics, dude.
stupid because ever since fucking politics has been dumb from the fucking beginning. Let's be real. We are not
The
the land of
problem
the
is we
free.
need
That's a
it.
fucking misconception. Yeah, I know. We need it, but we need to fucking change it up. Like the two-party system was fucked.
This
We
is
need more
why
than
I'm-
two parties.
It's so hard because even smart people are dumb in certain things. Like,
Oh, I know.
people excel at certain things, and most of the time, there's most other things in the world they're pretty dumb at. I mean, that's just how we work. There's no one that's good at a lot of shit. Like, everything is what I mean. I mean, there's people that are good at a lot of shit, but it's like, even these science organizations that I really have hope for, like making logical decisions, sometimes there's people in there that just are like, how do you, How do you even think that way? Like, you're one of the fucking lead scientists in fucking NASA or something. Like, why are you that dumb politically? Like,
Yeah, it's.
but I
honestly
would
pretty
like a little
fucking
bit more
stupid.
intelligence in our fucking systems. Like, and a little less just fucking calling each other out and trash talking each other. It's like, can we
Oh, I
address
fucking
the
know.
issues instead of trying to fucking like
Dude,
point
have
out
you
each
ever
other's
watched like
flaws?
a fucking congressional sit down where it's
I
like
can't.
politicians with each
I
other,
can't watch
and that
them. I've tried.
it's like little kids. It's like little kids talking shit. It's the dumbest thing, and you're like,
It
these are the
is.
people
It's
who
like,
are
dude,
running our nation,
I just watched
and
45
it's like,
minutes of you guys
Mom,
talking,
Tommy hit me.
and only 10 minutes of that was spent fucking talking about issues. Like,
Yeah, it's
the rest of
it's
it's
pretty
just
fucking dumb.
trying to bitch at each other. I have a timer. You stop
It's
talking if you're not talking about the issues for more than fucking 2 minutes. If you're talking
No
about
shit.
something else and you hit the 2-minute timer, you're done talking. You're sitting your ass down and someone else is talking.
Oh, I know. It's
That would
dumb.
be
The
nice.
two-party system's fucked. We actually don't even have freedom of our own votes. That's a misconception, and that's not like a fucking thing I'm saying. It's because we've been gerrymandering ever since fucking and sectioning off states ever since Jackson. So there's no equal distribution of beliefs or stuff because we've been sectioning off the states and being like, this area is mostly Republican. Let's stick it in with this high Democrat area. So that way, the only vote that goes through is the Republican one. That's cheating. It's not a fucking how many are this or how many are this. The majority speaks. It's the majority that we decide.
I will say with our country though, like, you gotta think, some of these countries like Canada and stuff, they're huge. Russia's huge. Lots of these bigger countries, I mean, China kind of fucks up. They're very dictatorish-ish though.
China's been fucking up from the get-go. Let's be real.
Oh yeah. There for a little bit, I thought they were having a good plan and starting, like, getting ready to do something. Especially, like, with them industrializing, like, third world countries. They were, like, building villages and shit and being like, it's okay, you can pay us back later. I'm like, does anybody realize this is going on in the world right now? Like, is anybody watching China try and get more and more people on their side? Is it just me?
China. Fucking, I love that shit. But have you heard the like? So someone went around and made a bunch of Trump songs of just dumb shit he said.
Oh god.
They're
You could fill
fucking
books with it.
hilarious.
I mean,
And
I mean, he's not super brilliant, especially when it comes to his public image. But I feel like he's got to have done some things right. And I mean, apparently he was very professional and a lot different in person. I mean, working than he is like standing in front of a mic with the TV camera on.
I know that my favorite moment was when Pelosi was fucking ripping up his shit. I thought that was funny as fuck. Everybody's like, she's so disrespectful. And I'm like, you're saying that the lady's disrespectful for ripping up this garbage human being's fucking writings? I'm like, yeah, it's unprofessional for the situation, but like, I don't fucking blame her. To be a
What do you-
woman in his vicinity, your
what do you
danger
think
meter's a
would have
little
happened
extra
if we
high.
went with the other president, though? The other
Oh, we
choice.
would have been. See, that's the problem, though. We picked the better of two terrible options.
Exactly. That's what fucking
That's
sucks.
That's not like a good thing. That's not like a thing to be bragging. Like Trump won. Trump won in a shitty
No, I'm
person
s-
contest of who is the less shitty person. You know.
That's why I'm just saying, like, if it's this bad now, like, what was the other option? Like, either way, there'd be shit happening.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't know. This is just a. Not only that, like, a pandemic is something you don't fuck with. Like, when viruses like that start spreading, it's just. And the fact that everyone's already out and, like, fucking wanting to reopen. Like, I understand this is hard, but we have to shut this thing down. Like, pandemics are fucking weird beasts.
They are.
It's like, a lot of people.
I also think
guess
that
one
the
of the
idea
most-
to be like to like let the age group from like 16 to 25 get fucked with the way they handled the fucking distribution by mostly just not including that demographic kind of sucks.
Oh,
Especially because like I fit in that demographic. And I know a lot of kids fit in that demographic, and they're like, dude, just because our parents claim us as dependents doesn't mean they help us pay for shit. Like, my parents don't do shit. I could have used that fucking check. Like, my dad will help me if I ask, and I'll give him that. But, like, my mom doesn't do absolutely fucking nothing.
yeah.
Oh my god. And every day my brother becomes more and more like my mother, and I just start to hate him. Like, I love Bryce, but not for any reasons or things he's done, just because he's my brother and I kind of have to. But like, oh my god, and then apparently Texas schools are so fucked that before the coronavirus they were already shitty. So
Oh,
my brother Boomer found out, or I found out that Boomer has been coming over to nannies lately because he doesn't want to be stuck at the house, which I get. So Boomer's been coming over a lot lately. He doesn't know the difference between China, Vietnam, North Korea, or South Korea, or North Korea and Japan
Wait.
and all that shit. And I'm like,
What?
he doesn't know the difference between Korea and Vietnam. He doesn't know the difference between China and Japan. He doesn't know the events that takes place because guess what? They don't teach history in Texas. So
They
I'm
taught
gonna
me
explain
history
this.
in Texas.
I'm going to explain this. They do teach history, but they do not teach it until 7th grade.
Who did I learn shit?
I learned this shit in 3rd grade.
I don't remember what grade I learned that shit in. I feel like I've kind of learned all that type of shit a good portion of my life.
Yeah, but I mean,
I feel like they held back on a lot of things. I feel like they do
did.
hold back
They
on
did,
a lot
especially
of kids.
especially Oklahoma and Texas, and especially with like the Trail of Tears and like the slavery shit. That
Oh,
stuff
dude,
doesn't
yeah.
get like more investment till later, which I understand. But also some of it's because they
At
don't
the
want
same
kids to
time,
know how shitty the U.S. is.
I want to know how shitty human beings are. Like, I learned
I
myself.
do too.
Thank God I got a computer when I was, well, I mean, that's a good thing and a bad thing. Being exposed to the internet the way it was when I grew up with it was like free reign. Like, we did what we wanted.
Fair enough.
There wasn't quite enough shit that was like just so bogged down by useless information. There's always been useless information, but it was easier, I feel like, to access stuff that actually helped show you things instead of just distracted you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I connected with people all over the fucking place, and people do now too, but it's like I was connecting with them to learn how to use a computer, like how to fucking program, how to do different things. I mean, and then once I got into fucking parts of the internet I probably shouldn't have, I realized how shitty human beings really were. And I could be like, oh cool, I can buy a person. Like, oh shit, I can pay this guy to go shoot this guy on camera for me. That's cool.
Well, that escalated quickly.
I mean, it's true though.
Gotta admit,
There's
that
people out there
that came out of left field for me. Oh, I fucking know. Did I tell you that my dog got killed the other day? Not the one that lives with me, thank fucking God, but
Oh, I was like, dude, really?
Dude, if that dog would have died to the same thing that the other dog died of, I legitimately would be in jail for killing 3 people.
Oh Jesus, what happened?
So you remember how, like, when I was a baby, and then not a baby, when I was younger, and my mom and my stepdad got together, they got a dog. So
Yeah.
like, and grandpa and grandma hated the 2 dogs they got because they claimed that like they spent money on it with my dad's child support,
Yeah.
which they probably did. Don't get me wrong. Well, it was the first dog that we got, and some asshole that worked for the oil fields out fucking near Texhoma hit him. And he lived, but he had internal bleeding, so we had to put him down. Another thing that happened out that way is fucking Sammy got hit by a vehicle trying to get Boomer off the road, and Boomer nearly died by some fucking asshole who didn't stop, and then Sammy died, and my mom didn't tell me about it, so I gotta come home to a dead fucking dog.
That
Buried in the
sucks.
fucking ground months after his death. I didn't get closure, I didn't get shit. I was upset,
When?
dude. I was fucking furious. This was Sammy died a while back, but the other one died literally like 2 days ago. Buster
Oh damn.
Brown.
That sucks, man.
He was a good dog.
Losing pets
He
is
farted a
shitty.
lot. Yeah, but if anything happened to my fucking dog, the one that lives with me, the one that I've raised since it's a puppy, and got that when I was up in Hayes, I would fucking no hesitation murder anyone involved. Like, see, it's funny because like my classmates found out my dog died, so they thought it was the one that I have with me all the time, and they're like, "What did you do?" And I'm like, "Well, I didn't kill anyone, if that's what you're thinking."
What
They're
did
like,
you do?
"Oh, I figured you would have," and I went, "Let's just say they didn't kill the dog that was my pushing point for killing people, but still not happy."
Yeah, of course not.
And they go, "Oh." See, my classmates, it's funny. They're like, "Oh, Hunter's a nice guy," but like they know that if I get pissed off or something bad happens, I will beat the fuck out of people. I have no hesitation. I've just basically gotten to the point now where like if someone pisses me the fuck off
I
and they
never
do
beat
something
people
really
up.
fucking stupid,
I was always.
oh,
the
I've
smaller
gotten that
person,
way.
So I don't go straight for the. I get pissed and I'll not yell at them if there's. I mean,
Even if
depending
I'm
on
the
how
smaller
pissed
person, I have fucked up nerve endings because of that fucking
I'm not gonna back
internal
down.
fucking hernia. So like, not only can I fucking dish out some damage because I'm a little bigger, but also I can just fucking take hits.
I can't. I don't like pain. I prefer not to deal with it if I can avoid it.
I kind of
But
don't
see,
feel
I
it.
also realize there's other ways to fuck with people than just starting a fight and beating their ass.
Oh yeah, I like doing vindictive shit, but
That
like
would
if
be-
someone pushes me to the point, where like I don't want to do vindictive shit, I want to inflict damage, oh, they better fucking run.
You heard about my brother getting fucking pounded, right?
No, I don't think I heard about this. What happened?
Nothing. Some people beat him up. 3-on-1
Some
at
people
his
beat-
house.
Beat
That
up,
might be-
like, was it your little brother or your older brother?
I don't have a little brother. They were drunk.
Your older brother?
Yeah, he got in a fight. But anyways, I mean, like, even 3-on-1, that's shitty. And it's like, if he would have told me who they were, I would have fucked. Like, then again, I
Wait,
don't
so
think
he
wanted to
3-on-1 them, or they 3-on-1 him?
They 3-on-1 him.
That's fucking gay.
Yeah, that's shitty. It's like, if you're gonna fight someone, fucking fight him 1-on-1. And just don't fight when you're drunk. I mean, Jesus, why?
Yeah, that... See, I'm one of those people, when I get drunk, I get lovey. There's no fight in me.
Dude, yeah.
I get that from my dad.
I get wild and yell, but I mean, it's like, I'm yelling 'cause
Oh, it's so
fun.
funny to see you fucking drunk, dude. Like, I could just tell you're having a good time. See, I always like it when my dad hangs out with you and Grant, but I never like it when my dad hangs out with Grant and the other cousins, because my dad acts like a fucking moron. Like, my dad, Grant, and Travis is the worst fucking combo.
No, I would switch Kyle out for Travis.
Okay, maybe Kyle. You know what? You might be right about Kyle. No, just replace Grant with Kyle and Travis. That's the worst combination.
With Travis? Nah, dude.
Although I think Travis has gotten his shit together recently, hadn't he?
Yeah, for the most part, I mean.
But like, back when Travis was like fucking single and doing dumb shit, the things my dad used to say and do around him, it was like my dad acted like a fucking Chad, dude. It was so annoying.
A Chad?
My dad's always like, yes. My dad's always like super respectful most of the time. Like if he gets pissed off, he's gonna beat the fuck out of somebody. That's something I get from him. But like for the most part, he's pretty cool and reserved, unless he's like drinking out with them. But like when he's out with them, they're talking about doing dumb shit or like saying really fucked up shit where it's like, Dad, what the fuck? And like one of the problems I had with my dad is like, you know, when I was a kid, my always used to tell me my dad cheated on me, but my dad's told me, like, he's like, yeah, I cheated on her, but I cheated on her when we were in high school. And I'm like, that's fair, still fucked up, but fair. And I just told him, like, I don't approve, but like every time he's around Travis, he says like fucked up shit, or like Travis will do something really fucking stupid, or like something I don't agree with, and I'll just be like, that's kind of fucked up. And then my dad gets mad at me for saying that. And I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm not gonna fucking keep my morals in fucking the gutter. I'm gonna tell you I don't agree with that. You got a problem with it, that's fucking your fault. Yeah, no, but like whenever, remember back at the fucking wedding? The family wedding where like Travis was fucking that one dude's wife?
Wait, the family wedding?
You remember that? Oh, I don't remember what her name was. It was like one of our cousins that was a girl. That she got married not that long ago in Denver.
Married in Denver?
In Colorado somewhere.
How long ago was this?
I thought it was Denver. This was like maybe 3 years back.
The only cousin I can remember that got married in Denver would be Taylor, which is his...
Yeah, that might be right. Well, I went with my dad and my stepmom, but I left with Grandma Sharon because my dad and my stepmom were getting drunk and doing dumb shit, and they wanted me to be their DD, and I just didn't want to fucking deal with him because my dad was being an asshole. And then afterwards, like, we were all in the fucking hotel lobby, all the grandkids, and like fucking Travis was fucking some dude's wife because he wasn't at the wedding yet, so like he was cheating with this dude's wife, and like all the fucking grandkids were like sitting out in the fucking hotel lobby, just like watching him get dragged up to her room by her multiple times. Keep in mind, like they came down a few times because he tried to go back to the bar and she didn't want him to. And then like the next day, all the grandkids had to sit there and watch her dance with her husband at the fucking wedding party, and like all the grandkids were just like, and it's like the little ones. It's not even like the older ones who could just fucking cope with it. It's like the little kids, and I'm like, this is fucked up. So I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, that, like, I don't agree with it. I'm not gonna do anything, but that's like really fucked up. And he's like, that's just Travis, and I'm like, yeah, but it's not okay. And he goes, it's fine. And I'm like, Dad, you know, growing up as a kid and hearing how much of a douchebag you were and you cheating, this doesn't put a good fucking note on your record. And he just kind of sits there and I'm like, yeah, asshole. So like my dad just shuts up afterwards and I'm like, that's what I fucking thought. Because my dad, I love him, but like, he's really dumb about like really specific things. My dad acts like me until like something happens, and then he acts like Bryce, and I hate him. He goes from like, oh, I'm not an idiot, to I'm the biggest jackass you'll ever fucking meet. And it's so annoying, because I don't like going through fucking Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Because I could deal with Jekyll, but fucking Hyde, oh. So like, after that, he got pissy with me and shit like that. And then every time he gets drunk around the family, he realizes that he wants to avoid me because he doesn't want to get caught saying stupid or dumb shit. So he thinks I'm going to judge him, and I'm like, no, you're drunk. I'm just, it was like, that was one time, but ever since then, he doesn't want to be around me when he's drunk. It's fucking funny, dude.
He just bred his dog again, by the way.
Oh, did he? I did not know that.
Yeah, so she should be having puppies not too far from now. I finally got all the money back, Ryan, so I could finally get the upgrades. It only took me an hour. How pissed do you think I am? How pissed do you think I am?
I mean, I feel that though. It's rough.
Yep. Oh, what the fuck? It's alive?
Oh,
I just pissed myself. I legitimately just pissed myself. Just a little bit. No, it was fucking... I was sitting here and I was like, God damn it, I'm trying to fucking, you know, destroy a power cable so that way the fucking loose electric line won't hit me, and then all of a sudden the game's like, no fam, fuck you, and then the cable was a living being that chased after me and then latched onto me. And I was like,
cool.
That's alive? And now you know the rest. This can't be the boss, it's gonna be a mini boss. Oh, it's a generator that shoots eggs. And they turn into Robo-Bees.
Why the fuck? This was definitely some accidental pickup bullshit. I'm walking around with a painting and an old plate. And another painting.
Sounds right to me.
Sounds right to you.
Have you ever seen me play Fallout? I'm like, ooh, a spoon. We could scrap that for metal.
I'm not going to include the pictures in this chest. I will include the empty Jin lamp though.
I do like that this game was like, hey, let's put mini bosses halfway through the stage. Like that's a cool idea. But I feel like the mini bosses are better than the actual bosses, and that's not a good thing.
The fuck is a war owl? Where did I get a war owl whistle? What the fuck does this thing do?
I'm assuming summons a war owl.
I mean,
Don't
that's
quote
what
me
it
on
says.
that. Wait, it does.
I mean, yeah, what else would a war owl whistle do? My main question was, what the fuck
Send
is a war
owls to
owl?
war.
And can it be used more than once? Numbers still are kind of high for weight. What other kinds of shit can I get rid of?
So I've got an enemy that a fairy that fights with me, and a fairy that heals me, and they're permanent, not one-time uses. I do like that.
That is cool.
Alright, now I'm to the boss. I'm assuming weakness is ice. Here we go. He turns into a bat, and he says ki ki ki. Yep, this is Japanese.
Really? What gave it away?
The fact that the bat said ki 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 is a fascination with women. The plot is absolutely batshit insane. No pun intended. And somehow that was the easiest boss. And it was the last one in the order.
That sounds backwards.
It does, doesn't it?
What do I have silver bars for?